Alright, alright, alright. Welcome to another one about my Stump's World of Tanks Xbox One replays. In the Centurion 1, we're on mines, and it's a tier 10 game. So it's one of those games where I don't think I did very good at all. During the game, I was like, oh god, that was a horrible shot. Oh, what the hell? You know, that type of game. But in the end, I ended up with, I don't know, I think a little bit over 3,000 damage and a first class mastery badge. So it wasn't a horrible game. And I think I did tops on the team, if I remember correctly. We'll find out in a few minutes here. So it is not an absolute horrible game, but with the amount of absolutely atrocious games that I have had in the last month, this game right here is it's the best game in the world. If you can understand my meaning behind that. It's like I have such bad games lately that when I get a game like this, it's a good game, but it's not a great game in it by any means. It feels like it's such a great game. You know, oh, wow, I did a whole 3,000 damage. When the truth of the matter is 3,000 damage games in this tank, that's average. You know, this tank should do 3,000 damage games almost every game it plays. And I get such bad games lately that it's hard for me to say, hey, ooh, look at that great game, because they're really not great. They're average, but the games around them, you know, if you play 100 games and 90 of them are just absolutely horrible, the next 10, if they're just good enough, they're going to be great. So keep that in mind when you watch my videos lately. We won't talk about that anymore right now. We're going to move on to the gameplay and see what we can come up with. T-5041 up there, T-28 prototype, excuse me, T-28. There's a few tanks up there, and you see I'm being really cautious right here because they have a Death Star off to my left, and Death Star off to the left of a tank like this that's completely flat is not a good thing to be sitting there with. Really gotta take be a little cautious and know that, holy crap, there's a Death Star beside you. Throw a crap shot at that last tank. Yeah, should have never gone, so I'm not surprised it didn't. Got a couple tanks in front of us, and I'm only a tier 9 medium. You know, there's some pretty hefty tanks up here. Like I said, there's a Death Star to my left. Throw a shot at that T-28, and of course it goes high. That shot was not my fault. That's one I can blame on RNG. It was aimed. This gun is pretty darn accurate. This one right here, I think it auto-locked, and then the Death Star pulled forward a little bit, and there was a rock there. So that was my fault for not actually shooting, for just using auto-lock. Waiting for that Death Star to fire. Once he fires, I'm going to try to put one into him. And we bounce or whatever. And I believe he fires right here. So I'm moving up. See if I can put one into him. And, yep, we have to get 363 out of him and get our ass up top. During the game, I was stupid because right now, re-watching it, why didn't I poke out and finish him off? He wasn't loaded yet. Now he might have been, but he wasn't. I reloaded before he did, and I could have finished him off. And stupid me. But again, I really think that's a byproduct of having so many atrocious teams that I feel like I have to save my health, because at some point it's going to be 9-on-2, because that's what I have for games constantly. But he fires there, so we go out and finish him off. So we're not doing great by any means. You know, we only get 4 penetrations right now and 1 kill. But the game isn't over yet, so maybe we can get a little bit better here. T-44, he backs up. No joy on him. There's our T-28 buddy again, and right there, see, like right there, 100% my fault. I doinked that shot hard. You won't see me very often complain about a shot that I screw up on, because when I screw up, I pretty much usually know it. Right here, yeah, that was my fault. I didn't let the gun settle, and there's a little hump there, and I should have waited a second. But we'll redeem ourselves right there and finish him off. Try to see if we can get a shot on that T-28. And again, you'll see right here, I come out, and pretty much my fault. Although being that close to the rock, the barrel should have been over the rock, but that was my fault. Right there, we use an auto lock and put a 379 into him, so that was my fault too. You'll see me complain in videos lately that auto lock needs to be nerfed. I still believe that. I know I use it, but I think I've become a worse tanker because of it. Certain tanks, like the Indian Panzer, auto lock works beautifully. Other tanks, you get used to doing it in one tank, and then you start doing it in the other tanks, and it doesn't work as good. There'll be another shot right here, you'll see, where I try to auto lock. And I think the problem with the Centurion 7.1 here is it bounces a little bit. It bounces more than the Indian Panzer. So a lot of times that gun, when you're going for the auto lock, you're not quite where you need to be. But we'll take, I think, a 400 maybe out of the Carnarvon, take out his ammo rack. I didn't see the damage roll, but he's down there and he gets finished off. We'll take a 146 to finish his ass off. Only one tank left, and look at that, it's my twin. Except for this person has a mark of excellence on his barrel. I don't. Guess what? Take a 361 out of you there, and we're going to hold you right here because I know my team's coming. Look at them all. So he'll put one into me there, but you know something, that's the last shot you're going to get on me. And a 236 or something to that effect finishes him off. So yeah, at this point I'm thinking, okay, 10 penetrations, 4 kills. I ended up with 4 kills, not so bad. Victory, 45,000 silver, 4,600 XP with a multiplier, 3,000 damage dealt, 722 assist. That was good enough for the first class mastery badge. Yeah. 10 penetrations, not too shabby, I guess. Seeing it's a, you know, a 10-second reload. That's, you know. And up at the top of the list, 1523 for base XP, 4 kills, 3,006 damage. Above an E100, above everyone really, but yeah, so it was an okay game. Definitely nothing spectacular, but you know. I don't know what the heck I was looking at there. E5, what was I looking at? Oh, I was wondering how that E5 right there did no damage or anything get to that position. Tell me something, people. How does that E5 right there get 4th place? Pause that and go back and look. One shot for 364 to the AMX 1390. Hit his fuel tank. T49 one shot for 392. Death Star 2 shots for 388. Took him out of the game. T5041 negative on the hits. Carnarvon 2 shots for 551. Took out his ammo rack and took him out of the game. Object 140 1 shot for 335. Took him out of the game. IS-8 722 assist damage to him. 1 shot for 379 into the T28. And Centurion 7.1 2 shots for 597 and took him out of the game. Yeah, when I go back and look at that list, how did that E5 come in like 4th place? It's insanity. You know, I don't get it. 18 shots fired, 13 hits, 10 penetrations, 3,000 damage, 4 hits received, 4 shits received. And every one of them penetrated me, but only 838 damage. So that's not too bad, I guess. So whatever was firing at me had small guns. We hit 7 tanks, destroyed 4 of those 7, so not so bad. Yeah, it is what it is. You know, our Carnarvon down there, our Carnarvon survived with 0-0-0, but he survived, man. He defended that base like a boss. Or maybe it was the other Carnarvon, I don't know. You have 2 Carnarvons in a platoon there that together only ended up with 700 damage, 740 damage. That's just pathetic. But it is what it is. It's random battles. So yeah, go back and pause that on the E5 and someone tell me how he got 4th place. I don't understand it. I think he did high assist, but he didn't even do high assist. I don't get it. As usual, comment, rate, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what I did right, tell me what I did wrong. And remember, when you're on that battlefield, shoot the red ones. Or not. Maybe you'll come in 4th place for doing nothing.